And yes, they are going to pull back. He is going to detect exactly where they are, but that other observer will locate his position. He needs to hide it out in the distance here, but he will lose that observer if this keeps up. Meanwhile, Immortals now being spawned from the robotics facility, very effective, especially against Protoss Army. You don't see as many Colossi, because Immortals can do so much against armored units like Stalkers, and not even Sentries are considered armored units. But here comes the combat. Force field going down, but not microing his units as good as he possibly could. Did get some damage done. He is basically going to hold out and let that Immortal get into the fray in some capacity. Will he be taking in another one? No, he will not. He is supply blocked. That can be some... Ooh, nope, he is no longer supply blocked. That's good. Warping in some more Zealots. I wonder where he will go to next, because this is a big push. A Dark Templar is in the fray there. He is going to maybe do some poking around. And, ooh, that Observer is close to being destroyed. Letting it get low to the health due to the fact that it doesn't have as much shields as, let's say, your Immortal would have. And nothing really being built for Hero right now. He is basically microing around. More Zealots are being warped in for Mentalist. So I do give the advantage to Mentalist at the time. Hero is in a little bit of trouble here. He does have the high ground and arbitrary force fields by, I believe that was by Mentalist. They're trying to do something and pin an army in the corner there, but not very effective. Hero is going to move up, poke around a little bit more. There still is that Dark Templar who is just waiting for his chance to sneak in. But seeing as how that Observer is so passive right now, it will not leave. Another ineffective force field. They're just poking back and forth. No one's really doing anything along the sides of building up an army. And he did, ooh, he barely saved that Stalker with Blink. Now, I do want to see him, well, due to the lack of gates, he's not able to get as large of an army, but he is going to warp in another Stalker. Alright, more reinforcements incoming. I want to know what is going on in his mind. What is he doing? Is he just slowly bringing in more Stalkers and Zealots? He does have a slight disadvantage in the size of army, but he is going to warp in even more Stalkers. Does he have the willingness to go for another robotics? Oh, so there is an expansion going down due to this nice contain by Mentalist. He definitely has shown that he's not willing to be too aggressive, but now he is going to poke away. He did destroy the Observer. Another Observer was immediately being built from that robotics facility, but that Dark Templar can now do what he intended to do, but he is seen because there is still another Observer back there. He did build one, and I completely didn't realize it. I'm sorry. Now, this expansion is almost complete for Mentalist. He is... Ooh, now, there is going to be a little bit of aggression from Hero, seeing as how he can micro around with Blink to poke around with that army. Is he going to warp in any more units at that pylon? No, he is solely focusing on defending his base. Putting more pylons in the back, trying to prevent any supply block issues that may come up, but Hero has more Immortals. He has one Immortal. I believe Immortals are now coming. Now, there were some more units warped in here, but Hero is now in the base. He does have to remember to micro away from the Dark Templar before he loses his Stalkers. He can blink away if necessary, but at this point that Immortal is out and there's not much he can do. He basically hoped to do as much damage as possible. Will he take down... Yes, he took down another probe. Very effective. I want to look at the units lost. Units lost still... Mentalist is doing better as far as the unit loss. The kind of minerals that he's lost from destroyed units. Now, this large Stalker army isn't very effective for Hero, seeing as how he is not building very many units at all, and he is held to one base. Meanwhile, the increased capacity for Mentalist will probably allow him to seize victory with a large macro army. Another little engagement there. Blink, very effective for harassment and microing of an army, but 2-gate robotics facility, not exactly what I'd like to see. He is going to spend more on Stalkers instead of having the extra Immortal out there. I would like to see his Immortal closer to this. Ooh, now Hero is gonna push out. He does see all of these Zealots. He does need to blink back because that was not the best move to make. However, Mentalist is being very passive, which causes a little bit of worry to me. Now, a lot a large group of stalkers have now warped in and moved out. So this is what we've been seeing Hero do in the time being. He does decide to be more aggressive once again, but there are more stalkers out here. However, he can move over to the space and do some significant damage. However, these DTs will do even more work against him. DT is so effective, he needs an observer with that harassment, but he is going to destroy these stalkers and blink away and be able to do more. The massive stalker army is moving back from Mentalist. However, he does blink back, and he is able to bring down this base to critical health. He needs to focus more on... Oh, he's not going to be able to do enough, so he does blink back and go after the workers instead. No, he's still firing on the base. To no avail. He did bring it back to low health. He can come back in the future and do even more work, but that does allow him to move out and expand, get the necessary things that he needs. However, there is an observer in his base, and I do believe he does not see that it's there. However, he does have a he still has a disadvantage, seeing as how this base is now fully functional for Mentalist, that he will be able to get more units out there and have it be more cost effective. Now he is going to go ahead and pick off these DTs. He is moving around with them, spreading them around, letting them poke around and do the damage that they believe is necessary, so that one observer cannot do all the damage for them. Now, you also see that in Immortal, more stalkers are coming out, and sentries. I almost said Colossi. I wish. But the Immortals are out, and there is very little mining to be done on one base. Meanwhile, the base is completely depleted for Hero. He needs to send his workers over there soon, due to the fact that that base is gone. It was almost a GG if he did not go out with that aggression and do some serious harassment to Mentalist's forces. More Immortals on the way. Now a Templar Archives has gone down for Hero, which will lead to Templar play and possibly even Archons. Always a good play to go for in the late game. However, a major fight is up and coming. Mentalist has a larger army, has a good unit composition with those Immortals, and simply it'll be down to who can micro their units, but the advantage still is heavily in favor. More units going down over time. DTs are doing some serious damage. He isn't able to see them due to the lack of observers. So I do give this match basically to Mentalist at this time. Hero is going to pull back, but will he be able to defend? I highly doubt it unless another observer can get out. But these Archons are coming in, and they will be able to do some serious damage against some of these units. But these DTs are so effective now. The Archons are going down. More units being crushed over time. Will he be able to turn this into his favor with that quick... The blink is being effective, but his units are so outmassed at this point, you will see a GG any second. Mentalist is moving forward, doing significant damage even further, but more Stalker reinforcements are on the way with only 2 gates. And that DT did get into the base to do serious damage. Hero does say GG, and there you have it. That is that game. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you learned a thing or two. See you next time.